when she asked, are you like really looking? And I'm like, you know what? No, Barbara, you need to sit your ass down and get yourself together right now.
Well, maybe
because
LA
being
too.
real about it, you know what I mean? Maybe this is not the time, you know what I mean, for you to be trying to get it if you don't fully have your shit together, if that's what guys are going for now.
If you make it to 35 and you're not married, you only have like a 15, I think, chance, 20% chance of ever
Right,
getting
and
married.
that's what's scary.
It's actually. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, the dating pool in LA is not the best at all.
Gonna
Like
say.
the men,
You gotta get out of LA.
the men in LA are some of the worst men I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Speak over.
They act like they want something serious and they want a real relationship and a real true loving partner, and when they get that, they go and turn around and they're like, oh, I have this already, and then they go and turn around and cheat.
I think
It's because women go for a small percentage of men.
I don't.
It's like
But that's
I've
not
dated
true,
ugly
though,
ones.
because
I've
at the
dated
end
all
of the day,
short,
all I
fat.
care about is making sure that I'm loved. I'd rather have somebody who will commit to me and tell me that they love me and actually show me that they love me over someone who's Chris fucking Brown. I'd rather be loved than have somebody with status any fucking day.
Yeah, I don't even give a fuck
looking in
about
those
status.
places
I've dated ugly,
Yeah.
fat, short, it don't
The
matter.
thing is, like, that's great. That's great for you, right? And I'm not talking about you guys individually, but there's no shortage of women trying to sleep with Chris Brown, trying to sleep with Drake,
Right.
trying to sleep with these entertainers, actors, high status
'cause they want the
celebrities.
bag.
That
He's
women,
living in a
wait, that
giant
women,
city,
that
though.
women will know for a fact will
far
not be
away.
faithful to them.
It's
Right.
living in
They
the
know.
city. It's living in the city. It honestly is. The further away you get from a metropolitan area, the better your odds. Because
see.
it's people in cities. There's so many people here. Your pool is so deep. You can just look at
Too much
somebody,
competition.
swipe left, swipe right. You can toss them aside. You can cheat on. It's also really easy to disguise what you're doing if there's so many people around. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
with
because
you.
I feel like I used to feel the same way. I used to be like, oh my god, I hate dating in LA because
Yeah.
I'm from Alabama, like bumfuck
Yep, there you go.
nowhere.
Right.
And
There
I
you
hated
go.
dating there, but like then I came to LA and I was like, I hate dating in LA, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, where? I had to sit down and shut the fuck up and be like, well, where am I actually looking at dating? And my guy now, who's like a blue collar job, he's
yeah, I was
not.
saying you want a lineman or a rig worker. Or
Yeah,
somebody. Yep.
they're great. Will treat you, but a lot of people don't want to admit that those guys sometimes are the best people and the best prospects to date. We want the flashy stuff as much as we say we don't. Yes, the hell we do. And
Yeah,
we go
I
on
would
social
go-
media and say, if you don't have this, if you don't have this kind of money, if you don't fucking drive a Bugatti, you're not worth my time. So a lot of these guys, a lot of these normal guys that we complain aren't around, they're around. We just don't give a shit about them.
I would go
We don't give them a chance.
Well,
Metropolitan areas. If you move outside of the metropolitan area and you live outside of like a medium-sized city, like 45 minutes outside of it, and you participate in life in that town, that and you work somewhere where you do not work around the majority of the same gender. That's the biggest problem. I get a lot of people that are like nurses, teachers, social workers. They always talk about how they can't find anybody. They can't find anybody because they work with all women.
All women,
That's the
all
reason.
bitches, yeah.
And then also the
I
men
love those
in that-
types
That's the thing.
Yeah, well,
the
women,
thing.
My little
women
gay
choose
ass
those
loves
jobs.
that.
Women go into those jobs, and then we can't wait to get out of them because you get into them and they suck.
I live
Well,
But-
and the other issue is women find 80% of men as unattractive. Not okay, not meh. You find 80% of men unattractive.
But I've dated ugly ones. I
I've
tried to
dated
go
men that I
against
don't
the grain
but
and date
typically-
ugly and
no,
still
but
got
typically,
played,
like,
girl.
typically, typically when women, no,
That's why you need to work.
no,
That's
no,
why you
but
need to
Damn,
work.
I bagged to back.
That's why you need
typically,
to work around men. A partner, to work with a spouse, you need to work around men because you have to know the men in order to actually know if they're attracted to you. Yes, I agree with what you're saying, but the thing is, women will care less about how attractive a man is if they are in close proximity to that man and they like him. Yes, that is how people get married.
right.
Most people meet at
I know,
work.
but I'm not talking
Yeah.
about like what's ideal. I'm talking about what is.
No,
right?
what I'm
and
talking about
and
what is
so
most people meet
yeah,
at work.
yeah, no, but no. Now the number one way is dating apps.
too far
It's not
away.
work anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I think
that's
dating
true.
apps personally are the dumbest thing created because personally for me, like I go on personality. At the end of the day, like yes, the first thing you see when you meet somebody is their looks, but like I've dated men that I haven't found conventionally attractive and they have been the sweetest human beings to me ever.
Was it because you knew them from something other than meeting them and like going to the bar?
Well, actually, so before I also bartended on the side when I was doing
I was bartending.
yeah, when I was doing OnlyFans, it was in Austin. He was a DJ.
Oh, you work together.
Yes. So he was more well, we didn't work at the same bars, but it was like the industry. Austin's a very, very small nightlife industry.
Yeah.
So the person that I dated, he was not conventionally attractive at all. Overweight. Just not my type that I would see at all. But his personality completely won me over.
How long were you with them?
We were together for I mean, it was he died while we were talking, but it was a very amazing. We were friends before, and then it just kind of switched into something more. But I think it was like I knew him for a very long time, so I wouldn't say there was really a time of us like talking. But I think that's why I think dating apps are like the dumbest thing ever.
I agree with you. I mean, if we meet someone on a dating app, like we only swipe right 5% of the time. So if you're meeting with someone online, he's got a lot of women because again, he's getting good likes.
I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the dating app. That's how I met Brian. If Brian hit me up, we swiped on each other. And
Brian,
he talking
you
about,
swiped
do
right
you
on
want to
that
come on my show? I'm like, you ain't going to ask me out first?
A lot of something that I think gets really missed too. A lot of us here are content creators, and if a guy is doing well on a dating app, it's really because he can write sales copy, and that's a problem because it means that men who can write sales copy and know how to take photos that look a certain way are the ones that get chosen over and over, and those are the wrong ones.
I just want to say that when
Because-
I'm on a dating app, I do read through what they put on that on the questions and stuff
But yeah,
like
you
that
also could
because
just be a
you
good
can be
student.
the finest motherfucker in the room, and if I can't carry a conversation with you and you're not making me laugh or smile, it's over. It's wraps. I'm not gonna
point
talk
is
to
the
you.
guys you're gonna match with are the ones that know what to say.
Yeah, they're optimized.
Yeah.
They're literally.
I don't
optimized
know
their game.
because I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of really cute motherfuckers on there saying some dumb
But
the
again,
ones that are really
you're
competent.
only swiping right 5% of the time. 5%.
And you have to
So
remember on a dating app too, women are the product, right? Women are the product. The men are the customers on a dating app.
Right.
Women are the product. It's and it's
I mean,
they're
not
selling
on,
us.
on some of them. Sorry to interrupt.
No, no,
not
it's fine.
on all of them.
Yeah, like Bumble and Hinge.
Yeah,
right?
some
But
of them
The
it's-
rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
you're the
I-
product.
I don't think most people really use Tinder as much anymore. I think it's at least in LA, it's mainly Bumble and Hinge, and then the celebrity one, I guess.
That's because most
Raya.
people in LA be crazy as hell and got banned off Tinder already.
LA dating really is like the guys are scared to get used for their money and the women are scared to get used for their pussy. That's really what it is. So it's just like we can't win.
Los
sounds like
Angeles
dating
is
here
high
is like
school
a
on
minefield.
steroids.
Yeah,
And
amen. It is.
and to be honest with the Los Angeles dating, from being here for like less than a year, I've already noticed that what LA is known for is they want that instant gratification when it comes to sex, money, clubs, drugs, everything. Instant gratification. They don't want to work for it for very long, or have it for very long if they've already obtained it, and that's what I've noticed here.
I don't agree with that because a lot of these people that are in this area, they've worked extremely hard to get to where they're at.
No, not like business-wise, because I've seen people put their all into like music or whatever their niche is. But I'm saying like when it comes to dating, I've noticed that people are very quick to like.
Hey, can you scoot into the table, please? You're too far back. Go
But
ahead.
yeah. No, that was pretty much my
All right.
end of my.
So guys, we technical issues. The monitors are busted, so I'm gonna have to be controlling a lot of stuff on here. So I'm gonna read some super chats. We have Bean Cheeks here with the 100. Thank you, George Miller's the blank that took Roa to monitor. Oh, are you talking shit about Roa? I don't know if I can show these, man. Ordeal, BS vasectomy ordeal that is making red pill content go bogus. You're welcome on educating you. Okay. Darth Perdicious, thank you for the 100. Back again after calling Nala out for her cheating kink. Huge. Oh, hold on. Let me trigger that. I can't see any of these, by the way, guys. So I'm just huge fan of Gwen and Zoe. Zoe based as fuck. And impressed by your statements. Pearl, have loved many of your shows. Just hate some of the feminists. Okay. Thank you, Darth Perdicious. We have here Odin. Thank you for the 100. It is said people have looks or personality. Girls that rated themselves a 10. Does this mean you have no personality? Also, why does height add to a guy's attractiveness score? Curious as a 6'5" guy. Okay, why does height? Well, first off, does height matter?
I don't think so.
It hasn't historically,
to
like,
me.
with the people I've dated, they've been all over the board, like, height-wise. But I think sometimes it's nice to feel small.
Nice to feel small. Okay.
I think personally, height does matter for me because I'm looking for somebody to be the father of my kids, and my dad is 5'5", and I need somebody to balance out my genes, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Flan Life, thank you for the gifted. By the way, guys, it's like I said, major technical issues. So all the super chats is going to be scuffed. TTS is working, but it's scuffed-ish. Okay, so height. Do you have a height minimum?
Well, I'm only 5 feet tall,
tall, so I say you gotta be at least taller than my dad.
How tall is your?
5'5".
Okay.
You have to balance out his genes. If we have sons, they gotta. You have to be at least taller than 5'5".
Good looking
You
out.
know,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to them.
All right. Okay, we have. Wait, hold on. Why does height add to a guy's attractiveness score? Does anyone?
I think honestly,
Wanna add
for
to
me,
this?
I'm 5'9". When a guy is too tall, like, cause all of my exes have been around like 5'9", 5'8". I had 2 exes. One was 6'2", one was 6'1". Any guy over 6'1" for me, they just start to look funny. So I can't.
I think it's like biological because we're looking for a protector.
Yeah,
right?
I think
on
so,
a-
yeah.
like
Okay. All right. Odin, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We have Doc Vanadlis. Thank you. The golden ratio is the objective standard of beauty and preserved not only across cultures but also nature. 1 to 1.6. Look up the Marquardt mask and see how your face conforms to the golden ratio. Well, we could pull it up if our monitors weren't scuffed. Doc, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Depper Dave, thank you, man. Pearl gave a poor example of red pilled from the Matrix. It means you see the world now and see. Oh, fuck, I didn't pull it up. Sorry, guys. You see how modern Western. Wait, what? It means you see the world now and see how modern Western women operate. Delusional on what men really want. Yes, body count does matter.
I feel like
Okay.
that's what you said.
You can't, like, when you say the definition of red pill, you just can't win.
Like, I feel like that's what you said, but
That's what I should know.
All right, we have Bob Dunaway here. Thank you, man. Longtime voyeur, first-time donator. Hey, thank you, man. Welcome for joining. I apologize that your first chat's on an absolute scuff stream because you brought pearly things. All you women are created thoughtfully by a loving God. Keep the body count down, but don't live in guilt. Live in conviction. Hey, Bob. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, and then we have a couple super chats. Also, guys, the super chats are going to be a little bit scuffed if I missed a couple of the displays. Okay, we have Filthy with the 100. Thank you, man. Do the women in the adult film industry, OF, want to have children? If so, are you worried about the effects your she is pregnant. If so, are you worried about the effects your actions will have on them in the future, specifically for boys? Remember, the internet is forever, and what we do in life echoes in eternity. Your response to Filthy?
I mean, I didn't really think about it before I got pregnant, but after I did, I definitely, again, I don't regret anything I've done in my life because it has gotten me to where I am today, but I wish I could have went about things differently. I wish I didn't fully get into being able for people to search me up on the hub and stuff. I'm fine with the OnlyFans aspect of it, but yeah, I mean, it is not going to be the easiest when if I do have a son and they go to school and he gets older and his friends are like, hey, you know, your mom's on the hub. I just looked her up. So that's also why, like, I'm glad that I took a step back when I did from being on Pornhub.
Okay. Anybody else who does OF want to answer that? Anybody?
I mean, I think it'll definitely affect children. Like you said before, I've had one of my old managements, she was huge on Pornhub, and her kids are severely bullied because of it. It definitely will. You know, when I get to that point, when I do eventually want to have kids, I'm going to do my best to wipe myself from the internet. But you know what? I made the decisions that I made, and I'm okay with that.
I think it's just also having a conversation with your kids and sitting them down and letting them know beforehand. Because I would rather sit my kids down before it gets to a certain age where people start going on these websites and letting them know so they're aware of it and they can kind of get a thicker skin before they walk into something that they're not aware of.
Yeah, kind of control the narrative a little
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
Have an open and safe space to be able to communicate. Open line of communication for your child is super important. My mom was a stripper, and it was in a small town, very local. Like, people knew that she did that. And my mom was also a very young mom, so I always joke that like I had previous experience at a strip club because I was in my mom's womb while she was the stripper or whatever. So I don't know. I just feel as if it's like as long as you have that open line of communication. I'm not saying that makes it any easier on the child's experience because obviously the other kids aren't having that same conversation with their parents. But as long as, you know, you're open and they're not finding out through the other kids. Yeah, word of mouth. Yeah, and I mean, it's something that like we're gonna have to deal with when it gets to that point, whether it's 8 months from now or 10 years down the line. You know.
Are you gonna teach your daughters about the industry, and if so, what will you teach them about it?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, I'm not just gonna be like, hey, here's the porn world, and you know, you should definitely do it.
And here's me.
Do you want that for them?
I am not gonna judge my children at all on what they decide to do because I don't have the support of my parents at all, and I don't talk to them. And I always said growing up, I'm the opposite of what my parents have done for me. So I will always have my kids back. I will give them guidance if they do decide to sit me down one day and say that they do want to get into the industry. I would give them my experience and what I went through, and you know, I didn't have that guidance. My mom did work for kind of like Playboy. It was a different magazine.
Hustler.
Perfect 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like an old magazine in the 2000s, and I like grew up in that house pretty much, and it was exactly like a Playboy house. It was
No way.
yeah, so it was
How
the
old
perfect
were
10.
you?
I was young, so it was like the perfect 10 house. So there was like a bunch of models walking around everywhere. They lived at the house. Some of them, I remember Easter's. They would have like wrestling matches outside. They were like wrestling and stuff. And I grew up around the sex worker industry.
Yeah.
So again, I am gonna sit my daughter down, and if she decides that that's what she wants to do, I will always be supportive, and I will guide her as much as I can to make the wrong or right decisions.
Do you
How
want
are-
that though? That's what I'm asking. I of course you would. You know, you would love your child.
Oh,
but do
of
you,
course.
But do you want that's what I
I mean,
know.
I don't think it's the most ideal job, no, but again, if that is what they want to do, I will 100% support them, and I will 100% have their back. But again, I will give them the experience that I went through and the good things and the bad things.
I think that every person can agree that they want to do more for their child than their parent did for them, and they also want more for their child than they had for themselves, right?
And I think it comes down to the kind of life that your child wants. You know, I mean, some porn stars have been offered experiences that they wouldn't otherwise have had, right? And it's just a matter. And even with me and my journey as an OnlyFans model, like to be honest, I haven't through my experience as a model because and I haven't been subject to like some of the toxic aspects of the industry. You know, I've been in charge. It's been really a positive experience for me and a really empowering one. And it's offered me, I mean, just through social media, so many, like, access to experiences that I'm really grateful for, incredible freedoms, and I absolutely love my life that I've built and the opportunities that I have. And entrepreneurially, I feel like a lot of potential.
Would it be worth it if you never got married?
Well, I mean, I've never really been one of those girls who's like,
Okay, so you don't care.
I mean,
Single, unmarried women are the happiest
right.
demographic.
I mean, like, what do you
Yeah,
want your
it's
life to
not-
look like at 65?
A lot of friendship, a lot of self-expression, authentic self-expression.
Because what, like, I mean, do what you want, but like, my thing is, a lot of times people make these decisions and then whine about the consequences later.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hear that. I think it really just depends on how you go into anything. And, like, even just to take it back to, like, I mean, like, anything. Even if we take it back to the original conversation about, even escorting. I'm like, I think when it comes to any part of, like, sexual objectification, it's really, like, how your perspective is, the way that you go into and experience that situation determines whether or not you feel power from it or you give power through it and you lose power, and whether it becomes like traumatic or empowering. Like they're two different things. So, so it's just a really matter of personal preference and opinion. My life, I've never wanted a normal, typical fucking life, and I haven't had one. And do I want what most people want at 65? Probably not.
I also feel like I would rather, if I was saying where I would be at 60, I would rather be by myself at 60 or 65 and genuinely happy with myself and where I have come in my life than be in a toxic relationship in a
But why are
husband
those
or
the only
whatever.
two options?
I
Like, you
I
could
do
be in a-
OnlyFans and I'm in a happy relationship. Obviously, we have our ups and downs, but like overall, I have a very happy relationship.
Good for you.
But I feel like you're saying over here that you can't have a happy relationship. You're never gonna get married if
No,
you do
I
OnlyFans.
didn't-
or in the
I think it's
industry.
less
My boyfriend's very
likely.
supportive. I don't do
I think-
OnlyFans, but I dance, and he's very supportive.
You know, I think it's less likely. And it's, I
Because
mean,
of
you
the
guys,
man, right?
I mean, you guys are young though. You don't know what life's going to look like at 35, 40. Like, and I've talked to older women that have done OnlyFans and done like corn work. And a lot of times, like, a guy will date you in his 20s and then like dump you when he wants to find his wife.
I know a lot of
So-
people
I
that are
think it's
in
really
the
early
woman
to
say
that
though what
definitely
the
depends on the
future
person.
looks like for
I mean,
OnlyFans, which is so new,
especially
right?
especially for
I mean, I
our
think there's-
generation specifically, it's very. I'm not saying that it's super right, but it is a lot more normalized than a 30-year-old
And let's
man's
also
generation is.
too though like just acknowledge the fact too that OnlyFans is a premium content platform. There are comedians with OnlyFans. There's such a wide variety of the kind
Yeah,
of
but
content
I mean,
that's
the
on OnlyFans. There's a
connotation,
total
yeah.
stigma,
There's
but it
also-
is not porn industry.
I'm
They
not saying
aren't
I'm
two
not
in the
saying
same
that
thing.
nobody is going to get married. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Especially
no.
when you have a really like you guys are all very pretty. So you know some. Yeah, thank you. But sometimes like pretty women have different outcomes than the average chick. And so the average chick is going to sign up to
True.
OnlyFans. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know you guys personally,
Totally true.
but there are a lot of girls that are going to do OnlyFans, and it's not going to it's not going to end well for them. And it's easy to say this now. Oh, I'm in a happy relationship. You don't know what your life's going to be like in
I
10,
also
15,
think
20
too,
years.
like, you know, what somebody does for a period of time doesn't define what they are and
But
what
it
they do
does.
forever,
if someone,
right?
it does though, because like if I'm gonna date a guy and he said I went to prison for 5 years, like I'm out.
I mean,
Well,
I
if he said I got 3 women pregnant, but don't worry, I've changed. I'm like, you know what? That's not for me.
So, Kiana,
I'm good.
You said you'd be a nurse if you weren't doing
need to
what
get
you're doing now. What
closer.
would the rest of you do? Job?
I'm sorry, but comparing prison and what was the other thing you said?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
No,
No,
prison
getting
and
somebody getting 3
yeah,
women pregnant.
comparing prison and OnlyFans and getting 3 women pregnant, like those are
You know,
two.
what's
so,
funny? You know what's
like,
funny? I actually think that like the comparison isn't fair because when men go to prison, they actually have more women that are interested in them. As far as the opposite, where OnlyFans has the opposite,
I
where you have
don't-
less men interested in long term.
I don't know.
I don't think
just
what
feel
I-
like I don't know. I'm sorry. I just feel like that's not a good comparison. And
I
Okay,
think
that's
this
cool.
did-
Hey, we're going to redirect the conversation here. Okay, for those of you just tuning in or just want to be caught up, we're having major technical issues. Monitors are busted. Audio was previously scuffed.
I'm out
so
of
we're
range.
like, I'm struggling to manage the stream right now on my end. Okay, let's move on. Flan Life, thank you for all the gifted subs, man. Appreciate it. TD, thank you for the 50. We have Mike Davis. It's not going to show, but whatever. Sorry, guys, we cannot display the super chats anymore. I'll read them, but yeah, it's just this way. Yo, Mike Davis, thank you, man. Yo, Steel, you got your priorities all messed up. Go secure the bag for your king. Mike Davis got generational wealth because doesn't concern himself with these twisted-minded men. My motto is if it makes sense. That's from Mike Davis. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Mr. Cappadocia, thank you, man. Ladies, are they real or are they enhanced? Betting Pool says 4 of you are artificially blessed. Was it worth it? Was it an investment that paid off? Did your interactions with men change? Well, I think we should wait until someone comes back from the bathroom to address that one. But I'll come back to that. Cappadocia, thank you, man. What's up?
I said I'm interested to know too.
Oh, do you?
No, I was just
You need
interested.
to get closer.
I think. All right, we have Feed and Cheeks here. Thank you, man. I'll only apologize for running off of what I said, but I have a soft question to ask the OF girls. I really want to move off of this OF shit. Okay, do your fathers know about your content, or have they disowned you
My dad doesn't continue.
because you started doing
He
adult
found
content?
he found out. He knew. He was like still kind of speaking to me when I did when I was working at the club, but I think my cousin found me or something on the hub, and he found out, and he does not.
So disowned.
Yeah,
My mother disowned also, or
both.
both disowned,
Both.
double disowned.
Yes.
Unfortunate. Okay. So does your father know about your content, and has he disowned you?
No.
Such a ridiculous.
Yes, he does, and no, he has not disowned.
Okay, what about you?
I
It's
don't
too
speak
far
to
away.
but both my parents know about everything. And they're both
I'm I'm out of range.
including the stripping.
No, seriously, my mom was like asking me to send her videos.
Spells. That's that.
Okay.
My parents do not know, but I grew up in a very conservative Christian household, so that was a conversation that I prepared myself for the day they do find out.
I mean, you're on a podcast, Saga.
They don't know. They still don't know.
It's been 2.5 years, and they still haven't found out, but one day they will, and we'll deal with it.
What do you think is the? They're gonna disown, or you think?
I
you'll
don't
be
think they
okay?
would fully disown me, but I would definitely get some stern conversations.
Stern conversation. Okay. You do OF also.
Yeah. So.
Father, mother, do they know?
Yeah, both my parents know. And my mom, like I said, was a stripper. She doesn't particularly like that I do it, but she also will always support me and always make sure that I still feel loved and cherished and wants the best for me regardless. And my dad, he obviously wasn't really around too much growing up, so I just kind of like, obviously if I had a stronger male figure in my life, I probably wouldn't have even gone there. But yeah, no, he's also supportive since being a little bit closer now that I've grown up more.
Okay.
Yeah, my mother found out. I cut
A
her
little
off.
closer to the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. My mom found out, and I cut her off because she is just this very, very conservative Christian with a bunch of opinions, and she does nothing with her life. And my dad was an ex-crackhead, so no, I don't talk to either one of my parents. Because they all just crazy. So yeah.
Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Need help?
Oh, you don't do OF. Okay. Okay, Suk Madik. Thank you for the 100. That's a good name. Congrats. Once you post something on the internet, it's there forever. You cannot wipe yourself from the internet. To do that is like trying to drain the ocean. Okay. Wow, people are really focused on the OF stuff tonight. All right, Darth Perditious. Thank you, man.
We have that effect.
That statistic is deceptive. Yes, single women from 18 to 35 are the happiest demographic, but 35 plus single women
Safe travels.
are the unhappiest demo in the U.S. Have to look at the whole picture, not just the present pleasant stat. Thank you, man.
And they're on what?
Life be with you.
Oh, AB check. Thank you for the total.
Well, I'm already on antidepressants, so what makes a difference?
She's already on.
Well, maybe you wouldn't be if you weren't doing OnlyFans.
Hot take.
So much faith in you.
I think if she wasn't making that like 70+ K a month, she'd definitely be
careful.
depressed than she is right now.
Absolutely.
All right, we have, well, I'll bring this one back up. Cappadocia, he was asking, ladies, are they real or are they enhanced? Betting pool says 4 of you are artificially blessed. Was it worth it? Was it an investment that paid off? Did your interactions with men change?
I mean, you noticed. You noticed.
All right, so he's
But
asking
no.
about
Okay, go ahead.
the fake titties. That's a fake titty comment.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was the question again? Are they worth it? Okay, mine are fake. Yeah, whatever. Were they
Here,
worth
okay,
it?
first off, show of hands. Who's got fake titties? You're like gonna get blocked. So. Boom, boom. 3? Just 3? Only 3. Okay.
No, we lost it back.
Really? Only 3?
Oh,
Yeah.
rip. Cappadocia.
Real. Mine are real.
Was it worth it?
With the
Within the
benefit-
first week.
I would say the benefits that it came with the attention and everything. I was in a relationship at the time when I got kind of after we broke up. Yeah, the attention was nice. It was flooding me. You know, I could kind of tell that men were after me, you know, because I had like big double D's and stuff. But physically, I don't think they're worth it because I used to get like pleasure from, and I can't feel a fucking thing, and they hurt half the time.
How long ago did you get used in? Because it can come back.
2020.
I only have feeling in
2020,
one
yeah.
of mine.
Yeah.
One's
Yeah, I just
extra
I hate
sensitive,
it.
one's
But
not.
And
they've
then
gotten
they
me
come back.
indoors, so I can't complain.
I have a genuine question. This might be a question. Like, how does that affect like breastfeeding at all?
Yeah, it can. It's like a percentage of people, but it's like 50%. Yeah, some people are able to, some people aren't. It's just violent.
That's always what I think.
All right, and then TD, you did a 54, but it's blank, so I'll read this. But just remember, 199 to read. Ladies, are you comfortable with the cost? I feel like these poor girls over. Okay, ladies, are you comfortable with the cost that you will incur with being in the OnlyFans industry? Everything has a cost. QQ for the table, please explain the cost is for being a 3FO as you. You guys want? I don't know what the question is. But are you the cost?
The cost.
The
like,
cost
how
of
it
being in the OF industry.
Yeah.
Trade-off.
I am because
Is that a gifted soul? Oh, gifted. Sweet Tooth, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Appreciate it. Really appreciate all the support, guys, especially on the absolute stress case with all the technical issues we've been experiencing. It's very unfortunate, especially after our last stream was like peak viewership, 24,000 now. It's just frustrating to go from like one of our most viewed streams and then to face these technical issues. In any case, Sweet Tooth, thank you. Go ahead.
yes, I'm comfortable with the cost because I knew exactly what I was signing up for. But I feel like how Pearl was saying earlier, which I'm glad this question came up, and she was like, a lot of girls will get into this industry and whine and complain, why does no one take me seriously? Why does no one want to marry me? Bro, I knew that from the beginning. I only really started seriously dating the moment I was like, I can't say. So I started out in porn. It's a little different. It's definitely more intense, the kind of hate you get. OnlyFans is me. I've seen it be more accepted, but being in mainstream porn where you open up Pornhub and you're on the ads, I didn't bother. I did not even bother. There's no way, because I knew, I'm not saying I knew I was low value or whatever you guys like to say, high value, low value, but I knew that like my dating was gonna be harder. But I feel like a lot of people in OnlyFans are so damn delusional, being like, oh, I am a traditional woman. I am a high value. No, we're not. Sorry, we just aren't, and that's okay. And you'll attract the people who are okay with it. But yeah, they can't find something based on their decision of their line of work. So, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too. I mean, I've just found that the relationships that I have pursued and the people that I'm like really interested in are really open-minded and really not judgmental and don't, and I mean, so it really hasn't, I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, but it hasn't affected me negatively. But I also came into this like way before it was like the fucking cool thing to do. Like I started doing OnlyFans like 2016, 17. So it was a lot more difficult for me in the beginning when people were like, what? Now people, now I feel like it's actually become more accepted. So maybe for me, I'm just used to more harsher judgment, and it feels less so.
All right, rock and roll. Okay, so I got some specific questions for each of you individually. So I have a note here from Kiana. You had an interesting first date anecdote, something with a guy with a phone.
Yeah, so I went on, when I first fully got into porn, I was still, I had moved here. I had moved back. So I'm originally from LA, but I had moved back to LA. And that's when one of the first videos I did was one of the biggest videos I did. It was the Bang Bus video, which gets, everyone knows what the Bang Bus is. That was my first video I ever filmed.
Good
What's
times.
that? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I also.
It's a bus and they bang.
Yeah. So you pretty much have sex in a bus. But it's like very notorious and like.
Is it a bus or more of a van?
It's
kind of a van, isn't
It's
it?
a van.
It's not really
yeah.
a bus.
Is
It's
it
a
just-
van.
is
It's
there
very
multiple-
uncomfortable to film in.
Is it just you and one other person, or is there like?
Every porn, yeah. So it's you, the person you're filming with, and then the person that's filming and the person that's driving.
Oh,
Okay, so your first date, go ahead.
So the first date I went on, I was like very new in the industry, so I really didn't think that people knew me. So I told him, he told me that he like didn't watch porn, he wasn't into any of it. I told him that I did OnlyFans, and then literally in the middle, I was like about to hook up with this person, and like he opened his phone, and his phone search
Had your-
history was looked up, and it was just Kiana Kamani porn, and it was like 10 search histories of my name. I was very scared.
You were scared.
Yeah, I mean, I was alone with this person. I was terrified because he swore up and down he didn't know me, and like the whole date was great until I literally because I told him my real name. He found me. It was like my Instagram that is like my personal Instagram, and so I really like didn't think that he knew me at all, and then it was
So you mentioned it on the date though? You
I told
mentioned
him I did OnlyFans, but like I grabbed
Prior
him
to meeting him.
prior?
No,
or-
it was
okay
during.
So do you
But
think he might have like went to the bathroom and looked it up
No, 'cause
to
I
go
looked
see
at
it
the-
and then tried to like
no, because
search for it?
I looked at the timestamps and it was like,
Oh shit.
How did you see his
Oh,
phone?
wait, you saw the
He, like-
timestamps and it was like,
it was like before, like he's
Before the
been
date.
doing research because it's like when it says today and then like yesterday when in your search history.
wait, why were you
How
on
much
this
time
phone?
did you have to
He
look at
opened
his
his phone. He opened his phone in front of me,
Yeah.
and I saw my name from the side of my eye, and I was like, "What is that?"
What's this? Hold on, somebody.
Bats_X
Thank you,
donated
man.
$199.
Thank you.
Almost all the women on the panel are so out of touch of reality.
Bro, they're roasting you
Dare I
guys
say
tonight.
delusional? How
Holy
can you be so
shit.
casual about your debauchery? Nasty MFS. I'm not a man of God, but I'll pray for you all.
Thank you for praying.
Thank you, Victor, for praying. Appreciate it. I don't know if you're just tuning. I don't know if you're just tuning in, but it's been an absolute shit show, Victor. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Okay, not just like for technical reasons, not. Okay, so okay, you're about to hook up with a dude. You see on his phone,
He
he was
opens his
googling your
phone-
Bang Bus video.
Yeah,
and,
and
you're
it was like
blacked. Was your blacked video also?
I have not filmed
Oh,
on Black.
ex-
It's
excuse me.
just
I'm
it's
sorry.
I've only filmed with Bang Bros Team Ski. I was
Team
supposed to-
Skeet.
Team Ski.
Okay.
They asked me to never mind.
Okay.
But
What's like the most like, what's the term for bad repute? Like the just most shit
Thank you.
company that I don't know if you want to blast them, but
Vixen.
Vixen is Vixen good?
Vixen. Vixen's good.
Is that like the one with the big? I don't know. Okay.
Vixen's a good
exposing-
company.
I'm
I feel
exposing myself right now. Shit.
Yeah,
wait a
Vixen's
minute.
a good
Put the shovel
company.
down.
By the light of the
I honestly
moon.
think it does depend. Like I don't know if it's the CEO or the CFO of Bang Bros is doing some shit. The way
Uh-oh.
that they run their companies. But Team Ski has definitely asked me things that I have not been most okay with, like the last few
Okay,
and
that,
things.
fair enough. Okay, but so you see the shit on your phone.
On his phone.
See
So
it on
he
his phone.
opened it, yeah, and I was like, let me see. I was like, are you looking me up? I asked him at first, and then he was like, no, it's not you. And I was like, I literally just saw like my name, my poor name, pop up, and I scrolled through it, and it was like days of history of him looking my name up.
And but did it start? Did it start from when you matched with him?
I didn't look that far back. He's
Okay.
been talking on and off for a while.
For a while. Okay. But so you see it, then what happens?
I ran out of there.
You did?
I ran.
You did?
You didn't let
You didn't let- no
I
hate.
ran.
Hold on, one at a time. One at a time. Go ahead.
I ran out of there as fast as I possibly could. Because listen, I have dated people that have looked me up, like, but they're open with the fact of yes, I've watched your videos and I'm fine with it. I don't mind it. But if you're hiding that you don't know who I am and it's days of search history of my videos,
I don't think it's that bad.
That's
not
a
bad.
possible stalker situation.
Yeah, that's like a stalker situation. So I ran out of there. as
No, that's
fast as I
valid. That's
possibly
valid.
But
I
like
take
he
it back.
probably determined that somehow that you were in the industry or
could. He
something.
started crying.
Crying? What the fuck? Okay,
He
maybe
was
that's
like,
a
no,
different-
I can explain, and he just started crying,
That's a
and I was
bit
like,
weird.
this is really
Not gonna
weird.
lie.
I'm gonna head out of here.
Okay, so that's good times. All right. Good to know. Good to know. Because I mean, maybe he's seen
Listen, I
some
love
details.
I love when guys watch my videos. Like I think it's like the guy that I'm kind of talking to right now has like after we started talking.
The guy who has you knocked up currently.
correct. He has a
FYI,
look
she's
up.
pregnant, by the way.
Thanks.
Just
Baby daddy.
just reminding you guys.
Yeah, my baby daddy has watched my videos, and like I don't mind. Like
He watches your videos.
He's watched my videos.
That's
in
an
the past.
L. That's an L. Because
I-
you don't like. He's not the guy you're fucking on camera, right?
But the
No.
thing is the videos are very, very fake, and they're very not me at all. Like the videos that I filmed
Johnny
for,
Sins. Johnny
I've
Sins?
never filmed with him.
Would-
I was supposed to, but I didn't.
Okay.
So the videos that I have filmed is very, very fake, and it's not me, and like you can even hear it in.
But it's you getting fucked.
Yeah, but it's still my moans are fake. It's not like I see sex very differently from on set and like my personal life. Like my personal life is I see it as a soul tie connection. It's very intimate. It's very personal. It's who I am. And on set, I turn into Kiana Kamani.
Actress, yeah.
Yeah.
Kiana Kumani.
Like a persona type
Yeah.
thing.
How can you hold those two at the same time? I'm genuinely curious.
It messed me up very badly, and that's why I don't do mainstream videos anymore, because for me right now, I still will film, but I would like to film for my OnlyFans with my partner or who I'm with, because I see sex very differently now, and I want to have that soul tie and that genuine connection with the person that I am sleeping with, because it does mess with your head a lot. Like, the industry definitely does, whether people want to admit it or not.
Okay, but in any case, your current guy who is
He's looked up
he's your baby daddy. He watches videos of you getting fucked by other guys.
He's watched them like once or twice.
See, for me, like as a dude, like I would, no. There's no
Not
way
wanna
I'm
look,
looking
not
at a
looking.
video of my girl getting fucked by another dude.
I feel like he was very aware of what I did.
Teach their own.
Did
Teach
he,
their own.
Did he know what I
Yes.
did?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was
Okay,
one of the first
so-
things I said to him when you walked outside.
Oh, you guys know. You know.
Oh,
We lived together.
She
Oh, you guys
introduced
are
me to him.
housemates.
All four of us live
Oh,
together.
Four of us all lived
oh,
together.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Good sounds. Okay.
It's a
Okay,
yeah.
and just
It's a pretty fun house.
All right, I got a question for you. So your porn name is
Too far
Kiana Kumar.
Like, come on, me.
Can,
Yeah.
ha, I get it.
No, that's where the name comes
Yo,
from.
question. Would you be down to, this is a whatever exclusive. Do any porn stars ever like have a middle initial?
No.
Do you think you could like put another K in there?
See, the thing is my real name. My real name is spelled. My real name is with the K. So Kiana is my real name, but I just spell it differently. So it's K, and then my last name also starts with a K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, I have some more notes here for some of you guys. Okay, so CJ Photo Booth X. What is Taurus Rising? Into the mic, please.
Honestly, I just didn't really know what to
I
put
need to
my
get
bio
closer.
as. Something from astrology.
Are you Taurus?
I am not a Taurus sun.
Oh,
I'm
but you're a
Pisces
Taurus
sun.
rising.
Taurus
All right,
rising.
just show of hands. Who here believes in astrology? Show of hands. Bullshit. Okay. You're a dancer stripper. Okay, we already figured that out. Are you wearing your cross necklace, by the way?
No.
Okay. all right.
Took that off before the show because she didn't want you to mention it.
She didn't want me to what?
Literally took it the gym for it, so I took it off.
I'm out of rain.
Literally right before we came
Is
here.
it in your purse? All right.
What is it a special cross necklace? I don't get
Is
it.
this like a
No,
It's
she
just
just
what I wear all the time.
She texted in the group chat before we started the podcast. She was like, I literally just took off my cross
Yo,
necklace.
should I get rid of the cross necklace for this?
It's actually like creepy. Like, who said that?
Well, I reviewed your guys' Instagrams before, and
So he was
you know,
looking for that
to get some
necklace.
dirt.
You just noticed that I wear it a lot.
And I saw like every photo you're wearing a
too far
cross
away.
Yeah.
thing, and I'm like, okay.
Damn, that's hilarious. Because she mentioned that to us.
She mentioned it in the group chat.
Oh yeah, literally texted.
Here,
her.
go get it, put it on. So I can roast you for it. Okay.
That's hilarious.
All right, we have Ellen Marie Brady. Hello.
I don't have a target.
Actually, wait, I'm coming. Wait. You say in your profile something about the law of attraction. What are you talking about?
I'm out of rain.
The law of attraction, just like meaning that I think I said like something along the lines of like the law of attraction is a powerful thing. Is that what I said on my bio? I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Anyway,
So you believe in the law of attraction?
yeah, I believe you attract what you put out, and I believe in good karma and bad karma, and I think that if you go
I need
to
to get
people and you speak to their treat them with kindness and respect and dignity despite
It's too far
disagreements
away.
or having difference of opinion,
That's
then
the beach.
that good karma comes back to you eventually, and that's important. So like if I put that out, then I attract that, and that's
I need a
that's the
target.
law of attraction. That's what I think is.
Okay. All right.
So,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna get.
It's-
Don't get me started on the law of
That
attraction.
sounds. I feel like when people say the law of attraction, this is what I hear. I hear I want to just do nothing and have everything come to me, and just be like, yeah, just be like,
Manifest.
polite to people, and yeah.
There
No,
it
I mean,
is.
I definitely don't think of it in that sense. I don't think that I'm just like doing nothing. Like, I think that being kind to others is like
How much
the
charity
least
work
you
have
can
you
do.
done last month? No, I'm just saying, like, we need metrics too.
Too far away.
I mean, charity work. Like, you mean like going and like
That's that yet.
what's the word? Drawing a blank.
I'm not saying this like I expect you to do this. It's just like we'll say, oh, I think being nice and being kind, and whenever we like quantify it,
of
there's
range.
never anything that we can quantify.
That's still recharging.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just mean in the sense of like, a lot of people go throughout their day just being disrespectful and ignorant and mean to other people for absolutely no fucking reason. So, to me, I think that way of life is not going to get those people very far. So, I don't know. And
All right. Good times. Okay, law of attraction. Okay, so really quick, I want to go back to OF. So just show of hands again. Who here has an OF or had an OF? Okay, and then not for, okay. If you guys are comfortable sharing, how much do you guys make on OF? We'll start with you. Go ahead.
I just started making about 20 to 30,000 a month.
Okay,
I'm not comfortable sharing.
6 figures,
I'm not comfortable.
7 figures. Okay, fair enough. What about you?
To be completely honest, I don't know. I don't ever use it. So
Oh, right, you're kind of not really using it. What about dancing? How much do you make per night? Average.
That's a loaded question.
That's that
It
yet.
could be really
You need to
anything.
get
I've had
closer.
nights where it's,
Still
$5
recharging.
grand,
Ready
no,
yet.
nothing.
most of her dancing is in Ohio as well.
Columbus? No, Columbus isn't a small town.
Well, we also danced in Dayton, so Dayton is
Dayton.
smaller.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question about dancing. Would you say that you make more from talking to the guys or from dancing to the guys?
Straight into the mic, please.
Oh, would you say you make more from talking to guys and kind of having more of like an intimate conversation or more of an intimate dance?
I say talking for sure. 100%.
That's
I'd
why I was
say
a
that-
bad
Here,
stripper. I
how much
hated
do you
talking
make?
to them.
I make about 70,000.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I make about 70,000 a month.
All right. And then Zoe, when you were active, what were you making?
What, stripping or? Oh, wow.
Yeah, break it down between stripping and OF.
Oh man, when I was stripping, I was like 22. I'm 27 now. So I mean, honestly, literally the most money I made by luck was $3 grand because I was a great dancer, but talking wise, I cannot stroke a man. I can't stand it. But OF, I was 5 figures a month.
5 figures a month. Mid, low, high.
Mid.
Mid.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't say that about
Skip me?
Kiki. Okay.
Skip me?
What?
Fucking me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So when I danced, I did travel a lot. I went to different countries,
I'm
the
out of
most, or
range.
not different countries, different states, and the most I made when I was in New York, and that was like literally a 20K night. That was an insane full day experience. Yeah, from dancing alone.
Okay.
And then but like I would average at like Ohio, like most was about 5 days. But
Damn.
I'm out of range.
no, I know, baby girl.
Hold on just a second. Hold on.
Well, Dave, holler at me so we can flirt, laugh, share opinions,
Can't cast that
dreams,
yet. Still recharging.
entertain a meetup that you'll probably never follow through. 6 figures, sick of modern gals, James.
James, thank you for Pearl. Do you want to respond?
That's all I've ever wanted.
Well, speaking of that, and we'll come back to you here in just a sec, Pearl. What's your type?
What's my type? I like tall guys.
So 6'8".
No.
That's
I mean,
too
I'll,
tall. 'Cause
Well,
you're 6'1", right? How tall are you, Pearl?
well, I'm 6 foot. I wear heels a lot, so
Okay.
people think I'm a little taller.
But he's 6'8".
Well, I mean, I wouldn't complain, but I've never like gone for a guy that's 6'8" before.
Oh, he's too tall for you.
Well, I
but what's
mean-
your
I
type?
mean, just how often do you meet 6'8" guys? I like guys with nice smiles, tall, conservative. I like ultra far right men that are like
Ironically
super.
enough, I do too.
What? Yeah, so like almost extreme. Doesn't really think women should vote. I think that's
Oh God. Canceled.
Wait,
Ooh, juicy.
Like conservative, not thinking women should vote. All right.
What?
Do you think that's like a Republican?
I don't think that's like a mainstream conservative.
I think
That's pretty fringe.
I guess
it's
she's
pretty
not allowed to
fringe.
have an opinion if she doesn't
Yeah.
want women to vote.
If I was on a first date,
What can I get for you
and
today?
said women shouldn't vote, I'd be like, my God.
Well, do you vote?
On the one.
Too
Oh
much
my
to
God.
bag one of these guys.
Do you vote?
I have to. I have
But you
to.
don't though. You just said you don't
But the
think women
reason,
should,
so
so
the
why do
reason,
you?
the reason that I'll tell you why I think this though, it's because men are put in selective service. So men are fined $300,000 if they don't, basically it's called conscription. And I just think if we're gonna vote, it should
Safe
be equal,
travels.
equal rights, equal lefts, baby. We wanted equality. And personally, I don't want to be drafted. That's just my opinion on it.
So you vote so you won't get drafted, but you don't think women should vote.
I